Good afternoon, guys. Now I'm doing some hydroponic. I'm doing some transplanting of the plants, and I actually did some few live in the morning, but because it was much of wind, people could not be able to see it well. Now I want to show you how I'm doing this, how I'm transplanting my plants to hydroponic. You can do this in your own house. You can do this in a very small space that you got. So let me show you. Now this is how I'm doing it. This is part of insalata that I'm transplanting. I'm removing from here because I had planted here. Now they have grown. Or you can also buy this from the people who plant the seedlings, and you transplant to your plastic bikela or any kind of vessel that you may be interested to use. Now I'm using here, there is a vessel with water that I'm using to wash my seedlings soil, to remove the soil, and this is argilla spencer or clay stones that I'm using to support my plant. I'm actually putting them into the glass, like the way you can see it. It is a normal plastic glass that I've used a normal plastic, and I made some holes for this. So this one I'm using to put my plants, and this argilla spencer is used to support the plant, as you can see. Now why am I doing this? Why am I transplanting this? Is because I'm doing some hydroponic. So I want to show you why am I transplanting this plant like this. So follow me and see why am I doing this. Back to my cellar. This is my plant cellar that we did, and you can see how I've done my connections. So this is a hydroponic, but I'm using tube hydroponic. I'm using tubing. So the reason why I'm preparing this plant to put into the tube. You can see where there are holes is where this plant is going to enter. You can see some connection. Those are peperoncino that I've done there. Those are peperoncino, and it's all about connection. People may see this and think that it's very stressful. It's about connection. I'm just using a very simple materials. I got a pipe here. This pipe is used to pump water. Inside this pipe, there is a pump inside here, and this pump water to the vessel where there is plant. You can see, maybe I can hold this. You can see this is giving you water. So that is how I'm doing it. These are peperoncino. You can see they have just started making some flowers. You can see some flowers. They have just started making some flowers. These are peperoncino. So hydroponic is a very simple way to do in your house, to do it in your garden. And this this is pumping water, and this small thing is an oxygen supporter, is pumping oxygen inside the tank. In this tank there is a plant food solution that supply plant with food. So you will find this tube carries water into the plants, and this tube returns water. You can see how I've done the connection. This pump return the water into the main tank. So this is the best way. Doesn't waste water, doesn't consume your water. It's a simple way to do it. You can do it in a small space. This is the best thing of the hydroponic. Now what I was doing outside there is this. I've done this. I'm putting them like this to actually put them into the tubing hydroponic. You need to hold your plant in the right way. Plants are very, like the way they are adesso, you need to handle your plants in the right way because they're very delicate at the moment. So you need to be careful. Be careful when you're transplanting, when you're removing the seedling. You need to be very careful. So this is what I've done, and this is what I'm doing actually outside. You've seen the bicella that I've colored, one of it. So this I've already done. I've already transplanted the seedling into the plastic glass, ready to put them into the tubing hydroponic. So it's as simple way as that. So this one you need to handle it in the right way. Don't close the glowing thing so that the plant can grow. You need to yes. So you need to remove that part because the plant needs some spacing. Need some spacing. Don't fill so much and close the glowing part. You can see that glowing part. You need to make sure that you leave it not covered. The what I've used is a Gila Spencer. I've shown you, and now this is exactly like the one I've shown you there. It's the same thing. So how am I going to do this? You can see this. This is a connection that I've done. This connection is it complies of several. You can do it. The tube carries a lot of vessel of this. So many of you may be asking, how am I going to put my plants? Here is where, in this space, is where I'm going to just put my plant. Inside here is where I'm going to put my plant. So I'm going to arrange my plant in every space that there is. You're going to put your plant, and you can see the connection. This, the water carries. Here, the water returns back, comes into this tank and return back into the main tank. And here, there is a small tube with a pump. This pump water from inside here and takes water, pump water, and supply water, like you can see. Is how it supplies water. So these small tubes are carrying water inside here. The same water is regulating and goes back into the blue tank that you can see there. This is a very fantastic project that you can really start a simple way with available materials that you got. You can really start this, and you are able to move. You can eat fresh in your garden, in your house, in your apartment, in a rental house, in your own villa. You can always do this. Very nice. This what you see here, this one used to germinate the plants. Here, the seedling. You put the seedling inside here, this space. You put your seedlings and some water every time. Then you can later when they crash, you remove and transplant. This is actually our nursery. So this is how we do it. This is how I'm doing it actually, and it's as simple as that. Hydroponic is very simple to do at your own time. It's a very nice to start in a very simple place, and you're like, wow. When this crashy, I'm going to show you when these are now like 1 week old. I'm going to show you. So this is how I'm going to put this. So I have to remove this because I need to, you see, because we made some holes. There are some plastic inside, so I need to clean the tube before I do any connection. So this is how the planting looks like, and I've shown you several plants that I've transplanted. This one has got is asparagus, strawberries, and what do you call that? And salad. So I need to put also some there. So here, those are just peperoncino, and this is how I'm doing it, guys. So it's all about hydroponic. This is about hydroponic. So let's continue. Thank you for those who are tuning in. So you see how I'm doing it now. I'm just doing transplanting. Check vale. I'm just transplanting. I'm transplanting. So let me put my camera where you can be able to see a few minutes of what I'm doing. Yes.
But it's okay. Ma, I've done homework.
So this is the glass that I'm using. The normal you use the normal plastic. The normal plastic, that is what you use. So I'm going to show you how I've done it and how am I making this. So how I do this, this is already a planted plant. So you transplant this. This is already with some soil. This is already with some soil. So I don't need to plant with the pillar fencer. I don't want to plant with the soil. So I'm going to clean this, clean with the soil. So just clean with water. You remove the soil, clean the roots, the soil from the roots, and handle your plants delicately because it's very delicate at this time. So you can see. Then you put into your Gila Spencer. And this how it comes. So this is all about growing and doing in hydroponic. A simple way to do it. This is all about. So these are already plants that I've done. So I need to transplant this to the tubing that you've seen. So you can use the available materials that you got in your house, and you are ready to go. You're ready to go. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next live. Bye bye. Queste dopo 7 giorni si vede come crescono. Cresciuto. Si vede differenza. Cresciuto. Bellissima. Idroponic, una bella project che posso mettere casa tua, pochi spazio, bellissima. Piace questo molto cresciuto. Dopo 7 giorni si vede molto differenza. Bravissima. This is fantastic. Fantastic.